see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful, wonderful world. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself,
Okay, so. Oh, now I gotta transition to it. Now we transition to it. So, I just saw something, and I think only Nancy and Carol and Mike, people who are RV people, who have RV'd a little bit, will sort of see this and get it. Um, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm just gonna not have your comments because this will help me speed up the. So, hopefully you're all getting this. If not, it'll drop later and it'll all be there. It took me a couple. I'm outside just putting the kids in for bed, and this lovely couple. I'm sure I don't know them, but they seem, they nice enough people, I guess. Just got here in their RV, and they're right in front of us, and on the back of their RV, they have a Jeep, and I'm sitting here and I'm watching them unload. It's just, we always see people unloading in the process of this. And I was thinking, man, gosh, that's got to be a pain in the butt to drag that thing behind. Because Jess and I have talked about doing that in retirement. And so, anyway, so I'm watching this unfold. And they unload the Jeep. And all of a sudden, the Jeep is rolling away. It's rolling down, down, down. And she's chasing after it, and he's chasing after it, and it's rolling down, and now she's trying to get in the door, which seemed like a bad idea. Like, that seemed like a recipe for somebody getting run over. And then it hit somebody's car and their trailer. So it's going to be a long night for somebody. I don't know how that all happened and what went down. Like, it was clearly on an incline. I don't know. I have no idea what just happened. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Which may be as good of a sort of transition to our question tonight as anything else. Like, right? So this couple clearly had an expectation of how that moment was going to go, right? Like, they were going to take the trailer, they were going to take the Jeep off, and they were going to pull it in and park the trailer and be in bed in, a couple minutes. And now the reality of that is that their Jeep is in the side of someone's trailer. This is the craziest thing you've ever seen. Their Jeep is inside someone's trailer. And more, the other couple or people who were in the trailer who were like asleep. That was their evening, or they were sitting there watching TV, or whatever their expectation was. Maybe they were getting ready to sign on for Compline, and they were gonna, say a little prayer and go to bed. And the next thing they know, there's a Jeep in their living room. I think sometimes we measure our life and the moments of our life against the expectation, right? So if the expectation is a normal night's sleep, or the expectation is the Jeep's gonna, roll down like it's done all the other times, then all these people are set up to be frustrated. Like, I was so looking forward to being out here, and this morning was a hot mess. We got here late, and then we got into bed later than we wanted to. Jess and I finally got everybody to sleep, and we stayed up a little bit late. But then, we got up this morning, and we forgot that the last time we went out, we took the coffee pot out because it wasn't working, and we forgot to buy a new coffee pot, so we didn't have any coffee this morning, and everything was just in disarray and trying to get things out, and it just was a crazy morning. And so I was frustrated and angry because I had this sort of grand vision of what today was going to look like and how today was going to work out and what today was going to be, and it wasn't any of the things that I thought it was going to be. And yet, I did a little work for Pam this morning, answered a couple questions for the office, made a couple phone calls that I needed to make yet today. And then we had a great time. We went out to the lake and we swam, and we had the dogs. There were wild chickens. Or, well, not, I'm sure there's some ones, but sort of free-range chickens running around the campsite. And the kids were feeding them lettuce. Who knew chickens eat lettuce? So you don't have to put lettuce on your chicken sandwich anymore. They come pre-lettuced. And we came back, and it's a gloriously lovely mild night. It's a little muggy, but not bad. Like, it's nice. There's a little breeze, and we sat outside, and the kids chased lightning bugs, and none of that was what I expected. But when I turned away from it, and I could just experience it and just let it be, it's a pretty awesome day. The disciples had a whole set of expectations of what they thought